But moving
It's on
on
me.
from
It's on
one
you.
icon, no, it's on me. Moving on from one icon to the next, which is actually a super duper global icon who just won the Global Icon Award at the VMAs. Diddy put on a show at the VMAs and was awarded the Global Icon Award. And I think it's well deserved, man. Diddy has been that dude since the late 90s, and he's still doing it to this day. Well, shoot, early 90s. 1993 is when he came out. It's been 30 years. So,
Yeah.
D-Lo, how you feel about Diddy hitting this milestone in his life, in his career, winning this Global Icon Award at the VMAs, bro?
I agree with you. I think it's well deserved for his music and mogul career. Like you said, he founded Bad Boy in the early 90s. And he's been a staple of the hip hop culture or in some form or fashion, whether that's music, whether that's entertainment, whether that's clothing, whether that's the spirits or liquor that we drink.
Mm-hmm.
He's been a part of hip hop in some form or fashion since then. You know, we mentioned previously in one of our episodes that Drake, when we're talking about Drake and his impact on the melodic rap that there was, you said Ja Rule was the pioneer before Drake. Well, the pioneer before Ja Rule probably was Diddy because he influenced Biggie to rap over the Osley Brothers Between the Sheets sample. Talked about samples
Yeah.
earlier. He also paid homage and tribute to Biggie when he um, unfortunately passed away and died in the early 2000s or late
Mm-hmm.
90s
Mm-hmm.
with
Late
the
90s.
rapping over the beats. I'll be was the I'll be
I'll be
missing
missing
you
you.
beat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's every breath you take was the sample that he took. So Diddy might is the pioneer before Ja Rule who birthed quote unquote Drake. All right. He
Mm-hmm.
also embraced the the chance to become a rapper or a singer on his record label with his MTV show the contest Making the Band. And then I
Mm-hmm.
already mentioned the plethora of business deals that he's made, as well as with the clothing line and the Ciroc brand, which is currently in a dispute with their parent company. I'm gonna mess this name up. Is I think it's Daijo, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's the parent company of Ciroc and DeLeon, which are the liquor brands that he is the face of. So, with
Mm-hmm.
all that being said, well deserved to be known or to be considered the global icon that he is for everything that he's done in the past 30 years.
For sure, man. For sure. And it's just funny to see. And just to kind of piggyback off of what you said about him embracing the opportunity to be a rapper on his own brand, that's kind of that's kind of a la NWA, right? Where you had Easy E being kind of like the face of NWA, but Dr. Dre was like, "Nah, you got to rap," and Ice Cube was like, "Nah, you got to rap," and he didn't have an idea how to rap, but he started that, but Diddy did it better because he didn't know how to
Hmm.
rap either, but he kind of piggybacked off of Biggie and the guys that he had, and the Locks and the guys that he had in his circle, and they kind of coached him through it, and he was rapping on his own songs too, along with Mason and those guys, and Money
They
Money
helped
More
write some of
Problems.
his stuff
All
too,
that. Of
but
course they did, yeah. Just like
yeah,
Ice Cube was writing Easy E stuff, they helped write some of
yeah.
his stuff too. So it was like he took that and he garnered it, and he had his own personality with it. From a guy who came from wanting to had a dream of playing for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and to get hurt his senior year of high school and not be able to do that, and still keep his moxie and his composure about himself, and create one of the biggest entertainment and music brands ever, for real, and had some
Hmm.
of the biggest artists with him between Biggie and Faith and the Locks and Mace, and now he got his son rapping with him, and he had so many different he's done so many different things.
His daughters were on
Shit,
stage
Lil
dancing and
Kim,
all that.
Lil Kim was with him. His daughters was on the stage dancing with him, and they had some say about what was going on with his award. Him receiving an award and the performance they put on. It's amazing, man. It's amazing to see that. And you even got and you talked about making a band. You had one of the biggest comedians do a parody about making the band with Dave Chappelle on
Hmm.
the Chappelle show. Did the Cambodian breast milk, like it was because Diddy was doing such outrageous things on that show, and having these guys go get cake from across the boroughs
The
and
city, yep.
you know what I'm saying? Like it's he was doing such outrageous things, and he was just being an entertainer that he
I'm
is.
shutting
But
down the studio.
I'm shutting down the
Ain't
studio.
nobody.
Every episode, I'm shutting down the studio. Ain't nobody making no music. And then he come in there dancing, you know what I'm saying? Coming that joint dancing, doing this Diddy bop. Like
Yeah,
he's an icon, man. Everybody knows who Diddy is. You know, everybody knows who P. Diddy is. You know, if we going
right.
from P. Diddy to so many different names that he's had, it's like
Puffy.
Puffy, Puff Daddy, Puff.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like he's just an icon in his own way, man. It is well deserved that all of these people came on stage with him and honored him and getting this global icon award. And he definitely deserved it, man. Definitely deserved
yeah, yeah. I mean,
it.
especially
Especially,
with it being the. Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
you know, I think you're about to say the same thing I'm about to say. Go ahead.
Nah, I don't know what you about to say.
I said definitely with him being only the third person to receive it.
Well, that being only the third person to receive it, with it being the 50th year of rap, you know,
Oh
it's
yeah,
fitting for
true.
the MTV and the VMAs to give this type of person. You could kind of, I mean, Diddy has had more. How do I want to say this? Diddy has had more of an influence on the amount of individuals in hip hop. I was going to say you can kind of toss it up between him and Jay-Z with the amount of time that they've put into the music industry.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Jay-Z has now become, I believe, more wealthy than Diddy. But as far as being a leader, and whether the individuals that he brought on feel like they did right or wrong by him, or done right or wrong by him, he's brought on multiple acts that gave us classics. Like you said, Bad Boy, he founded and still runs that with under the umbrella of his Combs Entertainment, I believe, or Enterprises that he
Mm-hmm.
has as the parent company of all these ventures that he has going on. So it's definitely well deserved. He's been outside a lot lately
He
too.
has.
He's giving publishing back to the Bad Boy artists
Mm-hmm.
that are the publishing and royalties. Some is controversy with that because a lot of people are saying because of the streaming now, it's really not worth anything. But needless to say, he has given them their royalties and their publishing back. He's also made good on promises that he's for donations that he's made in the past. He's made good on that this year. He's released a new album. I think it came out yesterday called the Love Album.
Mm-hmm. It did.
And
Off the
then
grid, I love album. Yep.
yep, he's just been making a lot of waves lately. So again, well deserved. It also it doesn't come without controversy. Everything, all the good that he's done, is some negative rumors that have come out. But for the most
Yeah.
part, of a greater part of 30 years, Diddy has been a part of the hip hop and entertainment industry, and he's made a lot of push for the culture in America. And again, utter the same sentiments as you did. All of this is for me is well deserved. You can't really be right in this because like I said, some people are going to say he don't deserve it, but I feel like he deserves it for everything he's done for hip hop.
Whoever says he don't deserve it is crazy. And I'm gonna give a shout out to the culture for him for being the first rapper, but also the first
Hmm.
black man to win this award. It's only been 3 of them. The first 2 was Foo Fighters, which is a rock band, and Red Hot
Hmm.
Chili Peppers, who's also a rock band. So with it being like D-Lo said, with it being the 50th year of hip hop, to have a hip hop artist, hip hop producer, global to win a global icon award is huge, man. It's huge for the culture. It's huge for the industry, and it's huge for the community. So big ups to Diddy, man, for getting the global icon awards. Definitely well deserved. Anybody who says he didn't deserve it, kick rocks for sure. Kick rocks. Thank you for watching this video. If you've made it this far and you like what you see, there's an episode on the screen right here. Make sure you click that and view that. I think you're gonna love it. Also, hit that subscribe button that's right here too. If you don't mind, we got a goal of 450. We're trying to get there. Thank y'all for getting us to 400. And also, we're on all these streaming platforms, wherever you find your podcast.